Hello students, today let us revise People, Development and Environment from UGC NET Paper 1. Slide 1. Waste Management. The activities and actions necessary to manage garbage from its inception to its final disposal are referred to as waste management. Waste management includes the treatment of both solid and liquid waste. It also provides numerous options for recycling goods that are not classified as garbage during the process. Each different category of waste has its own safe disposal method. A lot of pollution in and around us can be avoided through a good system of waste management. Types of waste: organic waste, plastic waste, glass waste, metal waste, electronic waste, paper waste, and other waste. Organic waste originates mainly from plant and animal sources. It is biodegradable, but leaving them openly in landfills can lead to production of methane, which is a greenhouse gas. Composting and conversion into biogas are the eco-friendly solutions to handle organic waste. Plastic waste. Plastic is used extensively as packing material in today's world. It offers a huge cost advantage when compared to other similar products. Only a small percentage of newly produced plastic gets recycled every year. Glass waste. It is usually found along with solid waste. Glass can be remelted and converted into new products. Many soft drinks and beverage companies have instituted proper channels for recovering post-use glass bottles and containers. Metal waste. A large amount of various metals are used in industrial production. Examples are aluminum, zinc, copper, silver, etc. They are non-renewable and have to be recycled. Metal waste is highly toxic and can degrade the soil and water quality. Electronic waste. As technology is rapidly changing, electronic appliances are becoming obsolete day by day. Electronic products that are discarded after their lifetime also contribute to the growing e-waste issue. Paper waste. Paper waste from offices, households, etc. end up in landfills. Dependence on paper also leads to deforestation. Paper is more eco-friendly than materials like plastic. Other waste. There are other waste materials such as ash, sand, grit, etc. Ash pollutes the air and is extremely harmful if inhaled. Slide 3. Principles of waste management. First is waste hierarchy. It refers to the 3 R's of reduce, reuse, and recycle. It takes into consideration the concept of waste minimization. It extracts maximum and complete utility from object and reduces the effective amount of waste. Only if the object or end product is not reusable and recyclable into another object, landfilling comes in as an option. Life cycle of a product. Life cycle of a product from manufacturing to waste disposal. Life cycle of a product. Life cycle of a product from manufacturing to waste disposal. Scope to intervene at different stages to rethink and increase longevity, recyclability, etc. Avoid unnecessary wastage at different stages. Resource efficiency. Irrational development and resource requirements can't be sustained at present levels of consumption. There's a need to invest in research and development to innovate on new modes of technology and sustainable resource management. Reduce wastage right from the raw materials processing to power exhausted factory. Polluter pays principle. In many countries, the consumer of a product is charged extra while purchasing a plastic product. It gets returned only if he or she returns it to the recycling center or machine. Waste generators should bear the economic burden of disposable. Unsustainable in the long run, as richer industrials have no difficulty in doing so. Slide 4. What is soil pollution? Soil pollution is defined as the presence of toxic chemicals in the soil in high concentrations to pose a threat to human beings and the natural ecosystem. Most of these toxic chemicals are present in small quantities in all soil compounds. But human intervention and natural processes can lead to large, excessive presence in some scenarios. Even the natural presence of such contaminants in high quantities is also considered soil pollution. The European Commission defines a contaminated site as a site where there is a confirmed presence caused by human activities of hazardous substances beyond permissible limits that pose a major risk to human health or the environment, taking into account land use. A healthy soil should have organic matter in adequate amounts, a diverse mix of organisms, and a good structure. Causes of soil pollution. Industrial activity. In the past few centuries, industrial activity has remained the primary cause of soil pollution. Right from the extraction of minerals from the earth's surface, the alteration of soil begins. Heavy metals such as mercury, lead, zinc, cadmium, copper, and nickel are often found in soils that have been exposed to ore extraction and smelting operations. Lead, cadmium, and mercury are toxic even in very low concentrations. There are byproducts of ores that are unusable afterwards, which are dumped in heaps Effluents from manufacturing industries are also released untreated into the soil. Agriculture activity. The introduction of modern insecticides and fertilizers has increased dramatically. Fertilizers are full of compounds that don't occur naturally and can't be broken down by the soil. As a result, when they mix with water, they seep into the ground and gradually deplete the soil's fertility. Bioaccumulation is the gradual accumulation of substances such as pesticides or other chemicals in an organism. Pesticides may accumulate in the bodies of herbivores who are unable to flush out toxins, leading to bioaccumulation. Excessive use of inorganic nitrogen fertilizers in farming has been linked to soil acidity due to nitrification. Nitrification is a microbial process by which reduced nitrogen compounds, primarily ammonia, are converted to nitrate and nitrate by oxidation. Excess irrigation alters the groundwater level to salinization. It is the presence of various salts in soil. Waste disposal. Every human being consumes one or another product which is harmful if the soil is dumped untreated. These micro-contaminants add up and create massive environmental issues. Even a properly managed sewage system might divert it into landfills that contaminate the soil. Open defecation is also a large contributor to soil pollution in developing countries like India. Natural causes. Certain pollutants can be created naturally in the soil as a result of environmental factors. During a thunderstorm, for example, percolates can develop in soils containing chlorine and certain metals. Slide 5. Effects of soil pollution. Effects on agriculture. Many pesticide compounds are persistent soil pollutants and their effect can have a negative influence on soil conservation. It minimizes the biodiversity in the soil. Pesticides like DDT can hinder nitrogen fixation in legumes. Overuse of pesticides can lead to poor root hair development and shoot yellowing. Silent soil causes stunted plant growth, lower yield, and productivity. Fungi and bacteria in the soil that bind it together start to decrease, causing soil erosion. Fertility decreases, gradually making it difficult for vegetation to survive. Sicken and cause food poisoning in livestock. Long-term consequences like famine affects the income and livelihood of millions. Prevention of soil pollution. Direct transportation of unusable and non-recyclable waste from the industrial and domestic areas to uninhabited locations. Strict supervision and regulatory mechanism for controlling soil pollution by factories. Cleaning up polluted soil through methods like thermal remediation. Avoid open dumping of waste. Reduction of dependence on pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture. Active encouragement for organic farming. Constant soil quality checks by Agriculture Department. Research on wildlife near large-scale agriculture fields to study the impact of soil pollution. Containment of soil by paving the area to stop conversion into gaseous forms. Slide 6. Renewable energy. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy sources are defined as sources that are unlimited reservoirs of energy or which get replenished over a short span of time. Renewable energy sources are also known as unconventional or alternative energy sources. Major renewable sources are solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, and hydropower. Characteristics of renewable energy. Renewable energy is perennial. It is modular in nature, or in other words, scalable. Such sources are environmental friendly. There are less logistical issues and they are available locally. Solar energy. It is generated from the sun and is called solar energy. From ancient times, the sun was considered as the ultimate source of energy. The sun is like a nuclear reactor that fuse hydrogen atoms together to form helium atoms. A large amount of energy gets created in the process of nuclear fusion. It is non-polluting and helps in reduction of the greenhouse effect. It was the oil crisis of the 1970s that prompted the hitherto academic research on solar energy to public attention. Advantages of solar energy. It is free and non-polluting. It can be used in areas not covered by power grids. Disadvantages. Places with long winter and shorter nights, monsoon season, nighttime, etc. cannot rely on solar energy. Solar panels are expensive to install. Large surface area required for solar panels. Biomass energy. Biomass energy is defined as a renewable source of energy derived from organic matter like wood, agriculture waste, also include algae, sewage, and other organic substances that may be used to make energy through chemical processes. As availability of commercial energy sources in rural areas is still, biomass use in rural areas continues. Biomass is the organic matter in trees, agriculture crops, and other living plant material. It is considered a renewable resource and as it can be replenished by growth of new trees and plants. There is no net increase in the carbon dioxide emissions to the environment. As new trees convert carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, it neutralizes the carbon dioxide output of biofuel. The different sources of biomass are woody biomass, non-woody biomass, and animal waste. Advantages of biomass energy. It is widely available, carbon neutral renewable energy. It is less expensive than fossil fuels. There is less garbage in landfills. Disadvantages of biomass energy. It is not entirely clean. It depends on subsequent afforestation. It is less efficient when compared to fossil fuels. It increases efficiency to 60%. That's it for today. We wish you all the very best for the upcoming exam.